Well, just when we thought that the UK couldn't possibly fall any further, a mother has been arrested and jailed for being a responsible parent. I wish this was a joke. A mother has been arrested and jailed for 7 hours after she confiscated iPads from her own children because she wanted them to concentrate on their homework. It's the latest insane story of police overreach from the backwards UK, where stabbings are just an everyday occurrence and robberies are not even investigated, but people saying mean words about the wrong things are put in prison. This story, though, is next level altogether. History teacher Vanessa Brown, 50, spent 7.5 hours in a custody cell on March 26 this year following a claim that she had stolen 2 iPads, which were traced to her mother's house in Cobham in Surrey. Yet it transpired that the 2 devices belonged to her daughters, and Miss Brown had merely confiscated them to encourage them to focus on their schoolwork, a fact that Surrey Police has now acknowledged. Quote, "I find it quite traumatic even talking about this now," Miss Brown recalled. At no point did they, meaning the officers, think to themselves, oh, this is a bit of an overreaction for a moment, confiscating temporarily her iPads and popping over to her mum's to have a coffee. It was just a complete overreaction. But it gets worse. The police also prevented the woman from speaking to her own children following the accusation. They also pulled one of the children out of school for questioning. You can see some of the tweets there. Wow, just wow. The police bail conditions included not speaking to her own daughters who were connected to the investigation while officers carried out their inquiries. Richard Tice, the Deputy Reform UK leader, said that the world has gone mad, adding that police need to catch real criminals, not mums looking after their children. Harry Miller, a former police officer who works with the free speech campaign group Fair Cop, urged that police in the UK are becoming Stasi-like. And that certainly seems to be the case. A man in the UK has been told by police in a public area that he might be guilty of a hate crime by telling someone to speak English so that he could understand him. Take a listen.
If you do, that would be really handy for us, but apparently during some conversations between yourself, apparently you have alleged, we weren't here, so I don't know you said it, but you've alleged to say, speak English, or words to that effect?
Speak clearly.
Speak clearly.
No,
okay.
the gentleman's partially deaf.
Yeah, he can speak clearly.
Yeah.
So I couldn't even hear him.
No, and that's fine, and that's why we've just come to speak, because potentially someone could perceive that as a hate crime.
Did we just know this was going to happen?
No, I know.
People, if someone says to me, officer, I believe this, then we need to look at it because someone's potentially reporting to me as being crime.
To be clear, the man is hard of hearing, so he told someone to speak clearly so that he could understand them. A person has misunderstood him and reported him for telling them to speak English in the UK, whose countries all have English as their official language. So was this person someone who does not speak English? Is that why A, they misunderstood this man, and B, got offended at being told to speak the national language of the United Kingdom? How in the world are we at the point that speaking your national language is a hate crime? In the UK, immigration is at absolutely unsustainable and destructive levels, with knife crime just part of day-to-day life now, and immigrants taking precedent over generational natural-born citizens, Islamic prayer in the middle of the street, blocking traffic and hindering people going about their day. The UK, like much of Europe, is pushing this mass, non-discretional immigration with lack of any guidelines to instigate any form of assimilation from these new immigrants whatsoever. What's happening is quite the opposite. The generational, natural-born citizens are expected to stop being who they are to accommodate these new cultures and languages which are totally foreign to them. This is happening in Sweden, Germany, France, all across Europe, not to mention Australia, New Zealand, Canada. And as a result of this non-discretional approach to immigration, even worldwide, we see the issues that come with it. At a rapid rate, people are losing their nationalistic pride, with that being deemed illegal now, and in many cases being arrested, or at bare minimum being questioned by police as to why they would do such a thing. On top of that, Christians are being arrested for privately praying, and a new law in Leicester bans street preaching, with anyone attempting to share their faith facing fines of up to £1,000. Now, they say this is due to noise and amplification. However, this is clearly yet another way to silence faith. Except for Islam, which gets to block roads so they can pray towards Mecca in the middle of the road because freedom of religion, right? It makes no sense. The real problem here, clearly, is Christianity, which has for generations bound society in a cohesive manner and brought us the best societies throughout history. That's not allowed anymore. No Christianity, no English, no traditional generational culture. You must assimilate to the newcomers and this hell on earth that we've created, or else. And don't you dare voice your concerns in English. But replacement migration is a myth, you see. Well, this is just another reason why we need to take back our privacy and our tech. Your devices and the authorities are listening to you, tracking your movements, and targeting you with ads at this very moment. Let's face it, there's only so much you can do to opt out of surveillance when you're using big tech. The truth is, big tech devices were designed to spy on you. You can change settings and use a VPN, but unfortunately, it still won't stop the leak. Thankfully, our sponsors, Above Phone at abovephone.com/pulse, have a solution. Thousands of people around the world, like me, have switched to Above Phone. By default, there are no ads and zero connections to big tech with Above Phone. You can download your favorite apps privately or unlock a world of new private apps with features you didn't even know exist. Secured hardware protects you, and enhanced software gives you total control over your microphone, camera, sensors, data, and apps. You can say goodbye to surveillance and control and hello to privacy and freedom with Above Phone. Visit abovephone.com/pulse to access exclusive deals for the Daily Pulse viewers on Above Phone's privacy phones, tablets, and laptops. And you can get an extra 10% off your order of 2 or more devices now through April 15 at midnight by going to abovephone.com/pulse. This deal is only until tomorrow, so take advantage today. The transition's easy. Above Phone offers an incredible 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk, and every device comes with a free 45-minute support call with a real live support engineer to help you make the shift from big tech to freedom tech. Above's team is ready and waiting to help at 1-888-36-ABOVE Monday through Friday from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central, or visit abovephone.com/pulse to schedule a call. It's time to take back our technology and break free from the growing control grid. Shop now and save at abovephone.com/pulse. Well, from this week, we are here every single weeknight at 7 p.m. Eastern. That's every weekday, Daily Pulse, where we keep your finger on the pulse of the latest breaking news and the news they're keeping from you. You can support us to stay independent by shopping directly with our sponsors who make this show possible. Their links are in the description below. You can also like, share, and give us your thoughts and comments on the broadcast. Please also follow Vigilant Fox on Rumble, as well as Vigilant Fox on X, and subscribe to Vigilant Fox's Substack to keep up with the deep dives on the latest news. You can also follow Z Media on Rumble, where we post our long-form interviews, deep dives, and investigations, and follow us on X at ZEEE_media. All of our content is also on zmedia.com. We'll see you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern. Tell everyone about it, and as always, keep your finger on the pulse with the Daily Pulse. Good night.